Welcome and peace. The video I'm making today has to do with breathwork, and I'd like to offer some anatomy and physiology behind your breathing, so it may put it into context that will be more readily usable. So, in order to breathe, our respiratory muscles they contract and relax about 30,000 times a day, moving in and out air from your lungs. During inspiration or inhalation, the diaphragm, which is here at the base of your ribs, contracts and pulls downward, while the muscles between your ribs contract and pull upward. All right, this increases the size of the thoracic cavity and decreases the pressure inside. And now air rushes in and it fills the lungs. As the air passes into your lungs, it moves through passages that are called bronchioles and ultimately into little tiny balloon air sacs called alveoli. Your body has about 600 million alveoli. From the alveoli, it moves through capillaries, and the oxygen from the inhaled air passes into your blood. Now the blood goes to your heart, which then pumps it through your arteries throughout your whole body to feed all the cells of your tissues and your organs. All right, that's just taking everything in, transporting it so that it can be utilized. Now, as the cells use the oxygen in each their own rhythm, in each their own organs and tissues, carbon dioxide is produced. That carbon dioxide goes into your blood and is carried back to your lungs where you exhale it. Now, during this process of exhalation, your diaphragm relaxes. The volume of the thoracic cavity decreases, and while the pressure within it increases, the lungs contract and air is forced out. That's the anatomy physiology model of what's going on. And we're using that. All right, this is our body. All right, but let's look at it from another perspective. The activity of breathing is, first of all, essential to life. Also, it can be not only physically, but mentally and emotionally transformative. The way we breathe can allow us to cultivate relaxation. It can support our investigation into how we are really doing. We're in a world where there's so much sensory input going on. There's so much mental activity going on. A lot of emotions are coming up, especially in this time of self-quarantine and semi-lockdown. Using the breath, we can support our investigation, support our inquiry, support our presence to how we really are. The ways we use our breath can enable us to let go of distracting thoughts and emotions. And from that, it can make space for some surprisingly new thoughts and emotions, some that are more harmonious, more life-enhancing. When we begin to explore this miracle by just being present to our breath, we can begin a transformation. All right, so we're talking about presence or awareness or attention to our breathing. So to begin with, sit in an upright posture. Make sure you're settled into your position. Commit to being there for a few minutes, 5-10 minutes, whatever this video will take. All right? Feel what it's like to sit there. You don't have to close your eyes. And just take note of your individual pace and rhythm of inhaling and exhaling. And while you're taking note of this, you may notice in this video, beyond the birds, there may be other sounds coming up. This is what's going to happen in your homes as well. There are going to be other input, all right? Other things drawing our attention. Regardless of what comes up, bring your attention, bring your awareness, bring your focus on just your pace and rhythm of breathing. Feel the sensation of the air coming in through your nostrils, filling your thoracic cavity, your abdomen, and as you exhale, stay aware of what's happening within your abdomen, your thoracic cavity, and the sensation of the breath leaving your nostrils. As you are present to this rhythm and this pacing, you may find that it begins to change. Just allow it. Nice and easy. Now, focus on your diaphragm. Again, that's that area between your abdomen and your lower rib cage. Don't do anything to it. Don't try to control it. Just keep it in mind. As you inhale, your diaphragm is actually contracting and pulling down as the muscles between your ribs contract and pull up. And as you exhale, your diaphragm relaxes and is actually expanding, causing the volume, as I said, in your thoracic cavity to decrease. And with that, the pressure increases, your lungs contract, and air is forced out. Move your attention up a little bit to behind your sternum, your breastbone, halfway down. And just be aware of that area behind your sternum. And imagine you can feel the breath rub against it as you inhale, and rub against it as you exhale. Does it change your emotional state? Does it change the way your physical sensations are being interpreted? Now move your awareness up from behind your sternum to your throat. And feel the breath as it passes through your throat, inhaling, it rubs in that area, exhaling. Maybe it's even caressing. If your attention gets diverted, just bring it back gently, being present to that area in your throat that is being caressed by your breath. Now bring your awareness, your presence, to the sensation in your nostrils as you inhale and exhale. What is your emotional state like right now? How's the rhythm and pacing of your breathing going? Turn your attention to your whole body and inquire into whether you're holding on to or tightening around any part of your body during this process of breathing. How open and relaxed are your abdominal muscles? Your chest, your throat and neck. How is your jaw doing? Breathing with ease, staying present to what's happening physically and emotionally. And are your thoughts starting to calm down? Are they becoming more revealed to you? Just let them go. They come up like bubbles and they burst and move into the atmosphere. Are your hands at ease while you're breathing as comfortably as possible? Your fingers, your palms, your wrists. Are your feet relaxed, your toes? How are your calves and thighs? Now bring your awareness to your back, to the length of your spine. Does your breathing shift when you bring your awareness to the length of your spine? Just wiggle your fingers and your toes. If your eyes were closed, when you're ready, you can open them. And check in as to how you're feeling right now. You don't have to close your eyes to do these practices. They're a support so you can turn within, but they're not necessary. So I'd like you to practice this for the next few days and take note of how you're feeling before you start the practice and how you're feeling after the practice. And also take note during the week how you are responding or reacting to the different issues that come up during your day. So thank you for joining me. Peace.